Welcome back to the Alternative Eyes podcast, the #1 podcast in Southwest here. Just back. Quick PSA for y'all. 75% of you are not subscribed, so please just hit that subscribe button and help me enter the algorithm. It is the yes. You guys know this now that you're freshly new on YouTube. Today, I've got a returning guest. I'm really excited because the last time I think I really screwed up and I forgot to hit play. And we got the best first session. This time, thank God we can't do that again.
That's okay.
Pat and Manuela, welcome back.
Thank you for having us.
So, what has been going on with YouTube? Like, we did crack the chat with YouTube. Whose idea was all combined kind of thing? Because I love the fact that it's on YouTube. Like, I don't have any services at my house other than hitting.
Oh,
I literally live on YouTube.
Well, our series, Southwest, it was on Bell exclusively for a while. It's still on. It's still stream our series on Bell. But we just said, okay, well, we have all the creative rights, and a lot of people like yourself don't have that streaming service, and we weren't gonna put it anywhere else. There was nowhere else to really put it, and we thought, well, why don't we just open it up to the World Wide Web and have as many eyes on it as possible, and so that people can enjoy it, because we enjoy making it, so we would like everybody to be able to see it.
And putting it up there is really encouraging all of our other projects that we're working on as well, right? So now it's up to the masses and just throw a link out there.
Do you use your channel for like showing off your other projects now?
Yeah,
like when I've seen, you cut it off, but we keep up the music video. And I've never been so jacked up in my entire life. I didn't even know that was Ben in the background.
Oh,
we were having coffee up with the cafe, and Ben told me, we're sticking out.
Yeah.
That was cool. And like we had like a conversation because like you're so jacked and like it was cool. And like that song.
Yeah.
How long did you work on that for?
I kind of had like a rush of inspiration because that song was written for the movie Fresh Meat, produced and written by Turres, who's here, who showed here. And I had a rush of inspiration when he asked me if I could pitch him some ideas for songs for the movie. And I think I wrote 3 songs, and 2 of them we ended up actually using in that project. So one by one, the rock track in the movie and then Fresh Meat.
so the rock track you're talking about, one by one, is because we went back to the jail where Fresh Meat was filmed. And we threw blood around, and Pat was jacked, and I had crazy electrified hair. And our friend Ben Sorokas, who was on both projects, we're referencing because Daniel's in the corner there. Everybody just like we're off screen, right?
Yeah.
But so we went back there and we filmed this rock and roll track, and Ben was also the drummer in it.
We did a badass job.
Yeah, it turned out.
It was so cool. Like it was. When you watch your friends, you're always like, where are we going? And I was like, when I watched that, I was like, I will replay that. Let's do that one more time.
Yay!
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, I'm glad you had that reaction. Yeah. That's what we were going for. We were going for really something really smoky and sexy and really charged, and something that really drove the hard rock.
You could tell through what you were trying to do. It was just awesome.
I was having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Playing that bass. I
watching you two, like when we did our first interview.
Yeah.
You guys were in my first so like back in July of 2024. Yeah, so 2 years ago. Like it was my first time meeting, but it was my first time also witnessing like a couple work together, fly together, and be like awesome at it together. Not like it. I don't know how I'm trying to word it, but not be a competition.
Oh my
But like
goodness.
you're lifting each other up. You can see when one person's like here, well, let's get that a little high. You can watch it through you two, and it is like
I appreciate that, and we really do talk about that a lot in our relationship outside of Deep Southwest too. But it's really important in Deep Southwest that I don't go into Pat's lane. He's very good at certain things when it comes to Southwest and the business part of making music, and I'm very good at another set of things in the industry. So we barely cross over.
Yep.
What I'm good at, he doesn't want to do. What he's good at, I don't. So, and when we work, then there's like the triangle when we're editing or we're putting something together. You can say, okay, well, if there's two people and they like it, and the third person doesn't like it, too bad.
Yeah.
You drown the baby, and that idea goes out the window because two people have said that they don't like it, then it's out. Or two people say that.
I tried to do doing ideas before too. That just no. This is the way it is. I'm like,
Yeah, but no, trying this.
is it insulting or is it?
no. That is just the way that's the way that it works. It's the way the relationship works, right? I have trust in my partner's sensibilities, and we're working with that. I trust in the way that he works. So when I feel something, and it's not the way that it's going to work, then I trust that combined vision.
I think also that we've had to say it out loud that ego is not allowed in the style of art that we want to create. We want to create fun. We want to create inclusivity and just an energy and a certain vibe. And if you're standing in the way because your ego is there, then that always makes the project fail, not as good or as likely as it could be. And there will, I don't feel like we don't have too much confidence, but we have confidence to know that there will always be another song, or there'll always be another project, or there'll always be another idea. So if we don't hit it to the best of our ability this time around, there'll be another one around the corner. So don't be too precious with it. Get it out there.
And you have to, like if I could equate that to songwriting, like you have to get through all those mediocre songs to hit that one by one treff. I ran all kinds of different songs and ideas before I was like, oh, that riff just gets me going. Where does this lead? Before you can write that. So you can't be too precious.
Does anything come before the other, like a riff or do you get words in your head? How does?
Well, the voices never stop.
How does that? This is good.
I don't know. How does it go? How are you doing? Are we here?
Here.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
Is that real?
I think so.
Welcome. Great wins.
Very good question. I apologize.
It is a chicken or the egg situation, kind of thing. I think a lot I'm driven by a strong melody. But that being said, I wrote a whole song a couple of weeks ago before even knowing what the music of sound or what type of song it was going to be. So it really just depends. And that was in the middle of the night. I just had this idea.
You were reaching up?
Yeah, and it was a line that I had. It's called a hook book.
Okay.
And it's just a bunch of different words and phrases that sound juicy to me.
Yep.
And I'm like, ooh, there's something there, but I don't know what it is. Then I had one that was damned if I do, then damned if I don't. So and I was in my head for a couple of days. Finally, I tied it to a phrase that said, I want to tell you that I love you, but I won't. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. And then it was awesome. It came out as
To decide what kind of.
it's like a dirty blues track in drop D, yeah.
In drop D, that sounds sexy.
Hey, something.
You know? Oh, drop D.
You making me
That's all we made this.
It's that kind of podcast. Talk about viewers. Bam! It's the Nature podcast. Where we take off one layer of clothing each question.
Yeah, so we have socks on.
Yeah.
So, and when you're coming up, do you bounce it off how do you
How do I fit into the whole equation?
when you do everything? Yeah.
Yeah, where do I fit? So Pat usually has song ideas.
Yep.
Usually the one that writes the scripts or builds stories around the things that
Yep.
that he's written. Was a lot of the times you'll write something lyrics and you'll go, what am I? And I'll say to you, oh, this is actually what you're trying to say. And then we build it from there. Sometimes I'm completely out of the process. Like Pat and Ben were the ones that did one by one. I was not involved with that like creatively, meaning I wasn't like, oh, I think we should the lyrics here, this here, this here. I come in a little bit later. That being said, when we have ideas for skits or for scripts or for anything kind of acting or story line based, on a bigger scale, that's where I come in. That's where I take over.
And when you got into the writing for Deep Southwest,
Yes.
like, what does that do for you? Like, coming up with that many, is the storyline for once, cool, love it.
Yeah.
And then how do you continue keeping that umbrella wide open so you can just go for the whole ride? Like, writing, is it, because you wrote it as a movie first, right?
Well, first we had a canon of songs. So Pat had all of those songs in the back, and we had performed them and music workshopping with all the rap tracks and that stuff. Belle came and said, do you got something? And we said, yes. And they said, what do you got? And so frantically I said, we have a musical comedy. So I took all the songs and I put them into an order that would fit the storyline that I was trying to create. Yeah, so it wasn't like, oh, I need a song for this, Pat, go write this. It was I could slice this in here, I put this in here, this makes sense for you to do this. Yeah.
We kind of did that with the I Drink Local Whiskey Down in Texas. I was like working on that song and then like I need an upbeat like drinking song.
Oh yeah.
So but for the most part everything was already written.
It was already written, and then I just put it into sequence and I said, okay, we need this type of song and this. So whatever we had, we just pick and chose and then put it into the.
What was your favorite song?
Oh man. Oh, okay. When Pat first sang Good Old Days, it's at the very end of the whole series. It's episode 5, credits. He sang that for me, and it was just a little line on the guitar, and it was just fast, like by fireplace when winter's evening. I really got this overwhelming emotional reaction to it because I felt like he had written our whole lives in front of us. Like this is what was going to happen to us.
Yeah.
This was a sequence of our lives, and it was a reminder to make sure that you really pay attention every single day to those good old days, those things that seem inconsequential but that make huge moments in your life. It's a bad one for me. It was really sweet, really important for me. But it's not like the fun answer.
It's the great answer, though. You're good. Yep.
Right now in this moment, because I think it changes. Because when I'm at the running around, I want to be a rap star. I love singing along with Banditos. This is the first track. But that's the one at the start where one of the guy on fire.
You haven't seen the series,
which is just so not what Deep Southwest is, as a country band. But I think that's why I had so much fun writing it. But then like Love Again, I think is probably my most like complete country song that I've written, and I really enjoy how that song turned out, the simplicity in which that song comes across, and I think that one you put
first one. And Ben really did a good job. Like we filmed it on top of the plug-in at the mall.
Yep.
Because I don't know what to call it anymore. 100 King. On top of the.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it. But we shot it up there, and it was sweeping. It was pretty, and it was just a complete little Hershey kiss of a package. Like, it was just a cute little chocolate of the song. So yeah, and we do get compliments a lot on that song from a lot of people that just say, yeah, it's a really easy, beautiful listening song.
Yeah, I love all of them.
Oh yeah, we do.
But like,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
but like, you guys are out at the bar. You guys are going.
Yeah, no, yeah. Dirty money, baby, dirty money.
Dirty money. I don't know why it resonates so much with me. I don't know. But it's my favorite.
That song has the most lewd line in the entire series.
It does.
Just takes me back, show me how the Puss in Willows, you face down until the makeup stains with pillows.
So when we thought that just as the song before it made it into the series, we just wanted to do as the cover art a pillow with stained makeup on it, like and that was it, just dirty money. And well, what is this? But yeah, because it's so not Megan and Pat. It's more Pussy Willow and Dirty Money are alter egos, which
greatest alter ego.
Which, of course, like, you know, we are not those people, but that's what's fun about it is we get to just vacate our personalities and become these, you know, amazing rap artists that are really great, but they're good, but they're not that great. But still, that's where the comedy comes in.
Be a cool intro song into the podcast.
Yeah, use it. Yeah. I remember you from the premiere, actually, because you were sitting, so, okay, are you in my map? Are you in my map? Okay. Yeah. The screen is here. We were kind of standing here, just like, oh, watching the show. And you were kind of on the side and back. Yeah. And I don't know what part it was, but you were like, oh my God. Oh my God. I just remember, I was like, oh, Duddie's having fun. Yeah. This is so great.
Yeah, I'm very, I am that guy. If you, if I'm into it, you'll feel it really tell. Like, I'm very emotional about it. And that night, I was like, this is that.
Yes. Well, thanks to Daniel. Thanks.
Yeah,
he's a stud.
And
I'm here now.
Ben was here last week. I did another interview with him. Yes.
Yeah.
Just so much of everything. And when you're meeting, you're like, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, just wham, wham, wham. You just keep popping up with all these ideas.
Yeah.
He really is an innovator, and his brain never stops.
I understand that. Editing mode. It's just the people in Daniel. I cannot wrap my head. Like I just said, you walked in and you just started cutting it, like, and you're in editing mode.
Yeah.
Those brains of those people,
you people.
Yeah. It is like one of the most amazing arts there is, and it doesn't get enough love. Because I'm not gonna lie, I did the first 75 episodes right from here. You know, there was no nothing, and thank God Daniel, because now we are able to have multiple, and I could never edit this. My brain does not wrap around it.
But editing is tricky. I mean, I'm not claiming to be an editor at all. I just think that I can see kind of where things are going when I write things. I can see it like I'm looking at it rather than I'm in it. Like I can put myself in it, or I could take myself out and go, oh, we have to edit it this way or something. But it's very emotional editing. Like, you know, we often, like when we were editing with Ben for hours just staring at the screen, the series.
Yep.
Faster! He's like, I'm not going to speed it up. He's like, no, it's funnier, faster.
Yeah.
Or slower, like more time. So it's really kind of a flow that we, especially for comedy. I don't know too much about drama. I would never attempt to do a serious drama unless it had a lot of fart jokes in it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I like
It's very dramatic.
Very dramatic. But yeah, it's quite an emotional process, and it's very musical, right? Like you're kind of building up, and then you're crashing down, and you're making this whole symphony with your images.
I've had my hands in.
Where have your hands been?
Where are my hands been? in editing and done a little bit of it, but there's levels to it, right? Where I can like go through and click through and paste and make a video for things. But then you see someone who's just immersed in it, like Ben is, and they just clicking things and boom, visual effects at the same time, and just like, and you're just like, yeah, I don't appreciate that.
And I listen to these guys, and I say this with all the love, but when I see them geek out and talk about them, hey, you're so far out my head right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not even over my head. I just don't know what's going on. We're talking about.
And it's a language that I never thought that I would have to even dip my toe in as an artist. But today, being an artist, segue, it's not necessarily about the quality of your art. It's about how you're marketing yourself and how you're presenting. And that's what's taking over from the actual doing of the art. So you have to become everything, you know, and out of necessity, Pat and I have had to, you know, do everything. It's not that we want to, but you have to.
I feel, because I've watched it, and I think you did really great, but like marketing everything, like being the writers, being everything, and then after you're all done marketing the hell out of it, which in your opinion was the easier part of it, making it or trying to talk everybody into coming to see it?
Oh, that's an interesting question, because I found everything equally as new.
Yeah.
All of it was just new.
I think that when we did that, like a lot of the event was that premiere. You know, that was like the big event, and after we had that was the success. I mean, we put it up on YouTube, and you know, the views that we get are the views that we get. But again, it's more calling card is something to look back onto as a proof of concept and a proof of what we can do with minimal budget and a whole lot of great.
Isn't it funny because the show is like now doing in real life, we're going for the views. Still always trying to chase the views.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. We were just making fun of why you need all of these views. Listen, we still don't have 10,000 followers on Instagram. And that was what the whole show was about, finding these mythical followers so we could play at the Hawaiian Pizza Festival. But we still can't play at the Hawaiian Pizza Festival.
We still wouldn't be.
We still wouldn't be accepted.
I like, even if I threw in my LinkedIn followers, I still couldn't get into it.
Yeah, but so I mean, we always are talking about this because we want to be really thoughtful about the way that we create and why we're creating. Because you could get caught up in, I'm not doing anything, people aren't looking. Like, so you have the why is always like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this now? Before it was, okay, we wanted to do Deep Southwest to bring levity to our community when it was COVID, and we wanted to be inclusive with our community. The series, same thing. Now, what's motivating us for Deep Southwest? So the why is always really important. We're not really focused on that series anymore. It was 2 years ago now. Like, you know, we filmed it, we got it out last year, March, I think, was the premiere. It was the most amazing night of our lives. You came out, the community came out, we had 700 people there. It was amazing. I wore a pretty dress.
Still very stunning.
You know, thank you, I really liked it. But now it's out, and so now we can continue on, you know, we did the 1 by 1 for the Fresh Meat, which is amazing, and it's a companion, and then we're going to do Fresh Meat, the song for Fresh Meat, the movie. Soon,
we'll have a music video that
showcases all the highlights of the movie, which will be amazing. I don't know what you call those videos.
I love those videos. One of the ones I call my mind is, have you seen the Seal for Batman Forever? But they just, they're just so. I think they're just called official licensed movie licensed music videos because you get access to the rights and the videos. And yeah, you can use all of it if you want. You can show all the spoilers.
You know, that'll be fun. And then we've got things in the books, and we're creating things.
We've got people that we're going to be collaborating with and kind of getting out of our own shell and working with some people at Toronto.
That's cool. It's coming up. Pat wrote a beautiful song. It's called Ready to Learn, and it's, I mean, I feel like your inspiration is, you know, the story of our lives together, a lot of it. and it's a gorgeous love song.
It's
Type of-
hopefully, it really is powerful.
Yeah, well, you like it.
Yeah, but
We're gonna go to Toronto and work with Jose Turres, and he's starting to go.
That's actually it.
He's
is he?
and he's talented.
He's also a very talented producer.
It sucks when they get pulled. Just I love the cool name and the
I know, Daddy. You have to feel.
Yeah.
blush. Yeah, we just always have great podcasts. I love Sympathy. Yes, I think Daniel has some videos for us to watch together.
Oh!
Reaction videos.
I was gonna give us money. I was really excited. He's got some money.
Some stacks of.
I wanted to tell you though. Okay.
Only clean money.
You know, like Easter eggs or whatever, or the director's cut, or they watch the movie behind the scenes and they talk about it. You like Dirty Money, so Pat ordered a bunch of American money online, so that we could at the very end throw it in the air and we could like spread it out. Well, when it arrived, it came and it was like this big. We were like, what are we supposed to do with this?
It came like
Monopoly.
It was like Monopoly. And it came the day before because, dude, we tried, but you know, things were like
tea or something. You know, like
we didn't have a bathroom on set that day. Like we were pissing in the couch.
Yeah.
And so we were like, fuck it. So if you freeze it when that money goes up, the bills are like, yes, a big. But no one's noticed it. No one said anything.
because it's all just in the air, flying, getting it.
Interesting. They never noticed it. And I usually have use attention to detail. No, apparently not.
No. I mean, why?
Now I'm good.
But now
That's what I'm going to do.
you can laugh at it and go, oh my God, those bills are like
I don't know.
ridiculous. So that's just for you.
Well, I love it. There's ever another music video where you guys need an extra? Oh, I love to do that.
Oh yeah, that sounds like fun.
What's your dream role?
Yeah, I just saw.
What sort of song? What time of role? Dirty cop, cowboy.
Just throw some short shirts on.
I see mine. That I see to go in.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I like it.
I think recent voice got my attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to me as an extra, I just want to stand around.
Okay.
I was like, because I watched those videos. I'm like, man.
Well, we didn't really know you then. I was
I know.
you in there.
I would have definitely.
Lasso the bulb or something.
Yeah, it's just let me walk around my cane, throw my cane in a bowl.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
In the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Who knows? We come into a lot of money. Season 2 is your season.
Cheers.
Oh,
Oh, I have to see season 2. I didn't want to pressure it, but since we brought it up, we have this one. We gotta get season 2.
what's it? Season 2, Pat and I have been building in our heads, and like we'll be out, and I'll say, do you think if we were like stoner record store owners? And so we go as Deep Southwest to the record store, and then it's us behind the counter talking to ourselves, you know. And then like, what if we were Sidgerville Live more characters? Stop!
My favorite movie of all time.
Screw the mist. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I could walk around with a suit on my shirt. Just think,
Movie.
oh,
An Excelwer? Can I service you? There are 24 useful hours and everything.
oh yeah, I'm there for it, man.
Okay, watch party.